Today we're scooping up the history of Ben and Jerry's. Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield grew up together in Merrick, New York. Ben Cohen was born on March 18, 1951, while Jerry Greenfield was born on March 14, 1951. They met in the fall of 1963, while being made to run around the track during junior high gym class. They were both the slowest and fattest kids around, and the two naturally formed a friendship while slowly chugging along at the back of the pack. As the two got older though, they each went their separate ways. Jerry went to Oberlin College and graduated on a pre-med track, but he was then rejected by all of the medical schools he applied to. Ben briefly went to school too, but he dropped out of Colgate University during his sophomore year and pursued his dream of becoming a potter. His pottery business never found success though, and he had to supplement his income with all sorts of odd jobs all the while. After years of failure, the two met back up and decided to go back to the drawing board. In 1977, they decided they'd start a business together. The great idea: a New York-style bagel shop in Burlington, Vermont. The only problem: bagel-making equipment was well beyond their limited means. So they quickly decided to pivot, and the two, instead, enrolled in a $5 course on ice cream making at Penn State University. There, they learned the tricks of the ice cream trade, and Ben and Jerry were finally ready to make their big splash. The company started with a $12,000 investment, each contributing $4,000 of their own money, along with another $4,000 from a bank loan. They then headed to the Green Mountain State and used the money to renovate an old gas station. They converted a gas station into an ice cream parlor. Since Ben has anosmia, a condition that makes him unable to smell and greatly diminishes his sense of taste, Jerry was put in charge of designing all of their ice cream flavors. Because of this, Jerry was likewise named the company's first CEO, a position that they tried to make up to Ben by placing his name first in the company's Ben and Jerry's name. Still, Jerry always made sure to put big chunks and swirls of stuff into all of his creations, just to make their ice cream more enjoyable for Ben and giving it a uniquely stuffed full of stuff quality along the way. Ben and Jerry's became famous for its unusual and creative flavors, such as Chunky Monkey, Cherry Garcia, and fish food. The company often incorporates chunks of cookies, candies, and other treats into its ice cream. From the beginning, Ben and Jerry's has been committed to a social mission. This includes supporting fair trade practices, using non-GMO ingredients, and advocating for various social and environmental causes. Before we continue our story, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget also to turn on the notification bell to be updated in our every uploads. In May of 1978, each man, 27 years old, the first ever Ben and Jerry's location opened for the summer season. Since Vermont isn't exactly known for its hot weather, the two figured they'd have to sell some warmer foods as well in order to stay in business year-round. So initially, while Jerry was busy designing and making all of the ice cream, Ben made crepes, hot soups, and pottery. Their original flavors were French vanilla, honey orange, honey coffee, chocolate fudge, wild blueberry, Oreo mint, mocha walnut, and maple walnut, none of which are still sold today. Still, this initial lineup was so successful that they dropped the crepes and soups within just 1 year, and they were exclusively an ice cream shop by the 1979 season. 1979 also featured the company's first ever free cone day, a way for Ben and Jerry to thank the community for giving them a successful first year in business. The word spread fast that they were on to something special, and just 2 years later, Ben and Jerry's would open their first franchised location, and Time magazine would declare their ice cream the best in the world. Ben and Jerry's is known for their super premium ice cream, a denser than normal type of ice cream that has less air and more butterfat than traditional American ice cream. In 1983, they further updated the design by introducing a painting of a cow to the cartoons. Renowned cow artist, Woody Jackson, designed the cow, and the Ben and Jerry's cow is even named Woody in his honor. With the subsequent rise in popularity of both Ben and Jerry's, the super premium ice cream market grew nearly 150% between 1980 and 1984. Ben and Jerry made an ice cream called Haagen-Dazs, the New York ice cream chain with a faux Scandinavian name, had the super premium market cornered. Häagen-Dazs, which first opened nearly 2 decades prior, promoted itself as both upscale and vaguely European. In 1984, Pillsbury bought Häagen-Dazs for itself. Pillsbury then, allegedly, began to pressure restaurants and stores to drop Ben & Jerry's ice cream altogether and to exclusively sell their newly acquired Häagen-Dazs ice cream. Since Häagen-Dazs was the bigger, more popular brand, many companies capitulated. Ben & Jerry's lawyer assured them that they could in no way win a case against the $4 billion puffy Pillsbury behemoth. In 1987, Ben & Jerry's had grown into a $30 million enterprise that spanned 35 U.S. states. That same year, Ben & Jerry's launched their first ever, music-inspired ice cream flavor. They called it Cherry Garcia, named after everyone's favorite jam band frontman, Jerry Garcia, in the year 2000, though Ben & Jerry's sold their company to the British multinational, multi-billion-dollar corporation, Unilever, for $326 million, with the contractual caveat that Unilever install an independent board that would further advance their social and political campaigns. Despite the acquisition, Ben & Jerry's has retained its commitment to social responsibility. Ben & Jerry's has been involved in various social and political issues. The company often uses its platform to advocate for causes such as climate change awareness, LGBTQ+ rights, and racial justice. The Ben & Jerry's brand has aligned with the Democratic Party, even as the founders maintain their anti-establishment image concerning both campaign finance law and U.S. interventionist policies. Ben & Jerry's, the brand, continues to sell almost $1 billion worth of ice cream each year. They've created over 300 original flavors and have even launched a pair of ice creams made specifically for dogs, including both Ponch's Mix and Rosie's Batch. Jerry Greenfield's partnership with Ben